All right, we're here again live after 5, and we're out here doing outreach in our community, doing a live telecast here out in the open in the neighborhood at 1113 Springfield Avenue, which is the Veterans Memorial Servicemen's Club. We're doing what we can to raise awareness and outreach to our community and bring people out, let them network, and just really get actively involved with rebuilding the village. We're here now with someone who has been an incredible inspiration to a number of people in our community, has put his life on the line, has done some really courageous things in his lifetime, and now has gotten involved in organizing and helping people in their lifestyles. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Ron Arbuckle. Ron, thank you very much for coming in and giving us an opportunity where we can really kick this dynamic relationship off in a very strategic way. Mr. Arbuckle is involved with one of the most important organizations in our community. A lot of people don't know about it. Why don't you explain to us exactly the name of the organization and what it really does in relationship to building awareness and unity in our law enforcement area?
Well, I'm the president of the New Jersey Council of Charter Members of the National Black Police Association. It's an organization of black police organizations throughout the state of New Jersey. And what we do, we sit and we try to figure out how we can get more minorities into law enforcement and how we can advance those that are there. Now, we have programs. We partnered last week with the NARAB organization in a housing expo out at the Meadowlands. And what we were doing there was assisting NARAB in trying to get more of our community people into houses, which is everyone's dream or hope. Also, we have a program we run every year. We've done it for 14 years, and we go into the schools in the state and we hold a program, a youth symposium. And in that youth symposium, we bring in speakers that can speak directly to the kids and relate to them and try to get them some help and guidance in which way they're going in their life and what to do, more important, when stopped by the police. That can be a very traumatic experience when the police, that siren comes on behind you. So what you do can have an effect, could be a very minor thing of just don't do it again, or it might be something like getting a ticket, or it could turn ugly depending on the attitude that the people have. You remember, the police officer doesn't know what you're doing, where you're coming from, what type of mindset you're in. So they're going to ask questions, and the best thing to do is to answer those questions, and you'll probably be on your way in a few minutes.
How about that? You know, and the awareness project is something that can be very helpful, especially now with the way that our youth are starving for services and opportunities, and there's no real youth employment going on in our community. So it's really important for community-based organizations to actively get involved to develop ways in which they can be encouraged to do positive things.
And one of the things we're doing, we try to keep our finger on the pulse of what cities across the country are hiring, and so that we can have some input in trying to find jobs for our youth here. Because many times you'll get many young people who would like to get into law enforcement and don't mind moving. So to get your foot in the door, and it's a good move. It's a well-paying field. They have good benefits, good retirement, and so it's something that a lot of young people should think about. Many times our young people say that they're dissatisfied with the way law enforcement treats them. The best way to try to change that is to do it from the inside. You can do a lot more if you're involved and you're a police officer than you can if you're not a police officer. And like I said, we meet monthly, and it's a thing that our organization is made up, as I said, of black police organizations throughout the state. And we also intertwined with the Hispanic associations, Portuguese associations. Almost every ethnic group has a police organization to try to look out for their people and bring some type of awareness there. So we do that. We've been doing it for many years. I'm retired from the Newark Police now, and I was in law enforcement for approximately 33 years. It was good. A lot of good friends there. You make a lot of lifelong contacts, and many of the people who retired are still active in the organization, trying to make a way for the younger people coming up, because everybody has to reach down and pull somebody else up. Nobody does it by themselves.
And also it's thing that you're doing in relationship to building the harmony of unity in the forces. You're going to be doing some activities of honoring some of the members of law enforcement. Why don't you share with us about that program?
Right. On November 1st of this year, the New Jersey Council of Chartered Members of the National Black Police Association are having a very large awards affair, and we're going to be honoring several people from the community. We're going to be honoring Mayor Holly from Roselle, New Jersey. He's the youngest mayor in the history of Roselle. We're also going to be honoring Chief of the Newark Police Department, the first female chief, Chief Coley. And we're going to be honoring the first female captain from the Overton Police Department, and that's Amanda Kuntz. We're going to be honoring Brian Logan. Brian Logan's a Newark police officer, and he's also the coach of the Weequahic High School football team. We're going to be honoring Darrell Taylor. Darrell Taylor just retired from the Newark Police Department, and he's the band manager for the Weequahic Band. And mind you, too, the Weequahic Band has always been a top band throughout the state and throughout the country. And under the leadership of Darrell Taylor, they have won some national awards. And we're going to be honoring one of our own from our own organization, and that would be Dwight Bailey. And Dwight's a retired Roselle police officer, and he's one of the backbones of our organization, so we're going to be honoring him too. And the Achievement Award is going to be going to Chief Coley, Captain Kuntz, and Mayor Holly. And the name of that award is the James Nance Achievement Award. James Nance is the founder of the New Jersey Council of Chartered Members of the National Black Police Association. In fact, he traveled across the state and across the country and putting together this at his own expense. So we call that the James Nance Achievement Award, because we think that was a heck of an achievement to get this organization going. And we're trying to go in his footsteps and keep it alive.
And it's phenomenal because Mr. Nance still lives and still is active, been doing a number of different things, especially dealing with reaching across the diaspora and talking to a number of different organizations where it comes to African Americans and really engaging them to know how they were empowered, especially in this country. So we're very happy to know that the inspiration about this organizing has come from someone who's still part of our, history. And we're certainly going to be looking forward to talking to Mr. Nance. I've talked to him on a number of occasions, and he's asked me to invite him in so that we can have a conversation with him. The organization as itself does have a history. And share with me exactly what created the organization.
Okay, the organization, the New Jersey Council of Chartered Members of the National Black Police Association, came shortly after the National Black Police Association was formed. That was formed in 1992. And that was an organization of black police organizations across this country. They came together to form the National Black Police Association, known as the NBPA. Now, doing that, your country was divided up into 5 regions. This region here in the Northeast consisted of New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Now, as you get to know of an organization, you find out things that they're doing and how they win things or get things accomplished, and you tend to, maybe copy is a bad word, but you tend to model after what they're doing.
Okay.
Now, the New York Guardians Association, there's an organization in New York State called the Grand Council of the Guardians, and Jim Nance got the idea from the Grand Council of the Guardians because in New York at that time they had the Transit Guardians, the Housing Guardians, the New York City Guardians, and a couple county guardians. And they had a master organization that was over it all called the Grand Council. So that's where the New Jersey Council came in. It was a carbon copy of the New York organization. What it did, it allowed us to get together as organizations in the state of New Jersey, and we could work out problems that different organizations were having. And it, when you put a lot of different minds together, at one time we had 23 organizations in the state that were part of it. Now, one of the things that has happened through retirement, membership has dropped some. And one of the things we're trying to do is to try to encourage younger people to get involved in law enforcement and to let the younger officers know that the battle's not over. Just because you have a pretty good job, things are going pretty good for you, there's a thin line between doing good and catastrophe. A lot of people out there are homeless and many other things, and they didn't grow up planning to be homeless. Things happen. But everybody has to help everybody. Everybody has to pull everybody up. And that's some of the things that are going on.
Well, we definitely are happy to be able to participate. We have offered to become one of the media sponsors, even and get involved as a member and work with you in your communications effort, because outreach is so important. We're very happy to find out that, that you will be honoring someone from the township of Irvington. And in particular, it was going to be historic, because you're going to be honoring the first woman captain in Irvington, and you're going to be honoring the first woman chief in Newark. And, it's phenomenal that women are now getting an opportunity to participate in a leadership area. And the dynamics of it should make some major changes. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. It's just a shame that it's year 2013, and we're honoring the first captain that's female in Irvington and the first captain that's female in Newark in the year 2013. That's,
Well, listen, there's a start. We certainly can be proud of the fact that not only are the ones that we are recognizing are women, but they are positive role models in our community and certainly have been able to achieve the greatness that they have. And I don't even know if it's really good to call it greatness, because it's a tremendous responsibility that they have to deal with in relationship to what's going on with the situation of crime and, trying to create safe communities. But we're going to be very supportive in participating in what kind of opportunities that we can get involved with to help build the kind of relationship that's necessary to make sure that they're successful in their endeavor.
Well, we're very proud of all of our honorees. That's why we've gone through them. Hopefully, we can get the public to come out and show their support. I know I was at the promotional ceremony for Irvington last week, and everyone seemed to be very, very proud of Amanda Kuntz being that first female captain. And she's not promoted just because she's a female. Mm-hmm. She's very, very qualified, and she has a lot of years of experience. So it's not just that she's female. She's highly qualified, a veteran police officer with a very strong background in law enforcement.
And so what are the specifics on this engagement?
Well, with that affair, we'll be giving out plaques honoring the individuals. And one of the things that's going to be different, we're going to have some special plaques made up, and they're going to actually have the police officers' history of their badges inside the plaque, which is something that normally you only see in New York, because there's a retired New York police officer that makes those plaques, and he's the only one that you can get them from.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me, where is it going to be and how much?
Okay, it's going to be at the Newark Club, which is One Newark Center in the city of Newark on the corner of Raymond Boulevard and McCarter Highway. The tickets for the affair are $100, which anyone who's ever been to the fabulous Newark Club knows that $100 is a giveaway. That's a very, very exclusive arena, and anyone going there will love it. It actually has the best view in the city of Newark. It's up on the 22nd floor of the Seton Hall building. Once you go there, you'll never forget it.
And not only that, the actual donation is towards the scholarship fund that the organization is developing. So it's much more than just you paying for an event. You're investing in the future for those individuals that are going to be actively involved with being recognized by this organization.
Okay, and again, every year around March, we give what's called a youth symposium. We've done it for 14 years, and that's when we get the kids together. We go to high school in one of the towns that we have an organization in, and usually we'll have anywhere from 200 to 500 people. And some of the things that the public can help is donations, because usually we have to feed the kids, and that's a lot. And if people want to come, adults are welcome to come to the schools to see the program themselves. Now, we do a program on what to do when stopped by the police, and it's geared for the young people. But as a police officer who has stopped many cars, we really need to have the adults in there too, because what happens, adults many times make the situation a lot harder on themselves than it has to be. You know, a little politeness goes a long way. And remember, the officer's there to help you. Sometimes you might not realize that you broke the law, your mind might have drifted, anything could happen, but the officer's there to help you.
Okay. Well, we definitely want to make sure that we're involved with what's happening with that outreach effort. We're going to be looking forward to putting together a dynamic program once we get back into the school system. You know, they're coming out this year for their summer recess, and we're going to be involved with some outreach activities, you know, supporting different organizations and providing what kind of areas of support that we can to create a health and safety community. Again, let's get the date for that event for the honorees.
Okay, that's November the 1st, Friday night, 2013 this year, and it'll be at the Newark Club, which is 1 Newark Center. But it pays to get your tickets ahead of time. You can reach me at 973-923-2453.
All right. And, you know, it's really good. And I guess we're going to also be able to work with Mr. Arbuckle. You have a number of different other entrepreneurial projects that's going on. You do credit repair, and you also have a travel agency that you coordinate different activities for. How can a person get in contact with you?
973-923-2453. That's the easiest way.
Well, it's so important that we recognize that we have individuals who are supporting our community and who have different skills and offer different resources, and we want to be part of ensuring that if you are going to participate in trying to do things that are necessary for your life to make it better, and there are people available that can give you those types of services, we want to bring it to your attention. Certainly Mr. Arbuckle is someone that you would like to give a call to, and if he can help you, he certainly knows the people that can. You certainly have a good relationship with a lot of people, and we're very happy that you came out today again to celebrate with us on the first opportunity we have to do Live After 5 here in the open, outside at 1113 Springfield Avenue at the Veterans Servicemen's Club here in Irvington, New Jersey. Mr. Arbuckle, thank you very much for coming by. We're looking forward to working with you.
It's been
a
pleasure.
Thanks again.
And we look forward to you joining our organization.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll be right back, Live After 5 here in Irvington, New Jersey. Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
You know, and, you know, Tremaine, we really